JP, how did RADA come into being?
I was listening to a radio station a while back about rape and abuse, and I want my children to grow up in a safe environment. I've also been through a couple of processes myself, and I've seen the difference. If I look back to when I started and to the person that I am now, I'm completely changed. Taking into account that and the fact that there's a great need to address the issue, I started thinking about RADA.
Do you get quite emotional about the situation at times in this country when it comes to rape and abuse and drugs?
I do, specifically the rape. I understand that the alcohol and drugs fuel the ultimate crime, the rape and the murder. It affects me quite badly when I read the newspapers, when innocent children are attacked. So the answer is definitely yes.
You've got two parts to this, proactive and what would you say, a healing element. How does it all work?
Well, we're trying to bridge the gap between, or trying to alleviate the rape, alcohol, drug abuse, the effects that it has on the country. So the way we looked at it is we have a proactive side and a reactive side. The reactive side deals with the healing of people, and the proactive side deals strongly with education. We believe that on the education side, if you can identify the problem at a very early stage, you're able to treat the problem. So because RADA is a holistic intervention to address the issues of rape, alcohol, drug abuse, we thought it better to look at a holistic view and go with the education all the way through to a business centre where we teach a skill to the person who's been abused.
Now, although RADA may be new, it's got a very solid base, being TDC.
Yes, TDC is our sister company. They've been operating for approximately 20 years, specifically on healing, self-help workshops, meditation classes. And we've decided to take the processes from there and put it out onto a large scale.
JP, what would be different about these processes?
What's different is that we concentrate on self-awareness and responsibility for self. That's the main crux of it.
JP, what is your vision for RADA?
The vision for RADA is I want to start establishing RADA facilities in South Africa, but everywhere in South Africa. So that would extend to the rural areas, and then from there go into Africa and then the rest of the world. And to achieve that, because we have limited resources, we'd like to leverage off existing infrastructure.
I mean, you say you have limited resources. Where do you think that you will fund RADA? How will you get that financial backing?
At the moment, RADA is privately funded. It's from my own resources. I've sold mostly everything that I own, that's of value. But going forward, that's why I say I would like to leverage off existing infrastructure, where if a large corporate has a wellness centre, we would go in and train the trainers or train the psychologists on the teachings of RADA, and that way we will be able to filter to, because of the large workforce, we will be able to filter to a lot of people a lot quicker.
Yeah, why have you got this amazing belief in RADA that you're willing to finance it yourself and sell up many possessions?
I've been through the healing myself. And like I said, I'm a completely different person to when I started to what I am now. I believe the processes work. I strongly believe we can make a huge difference. And the way the business model is structured, it will achieve its goal of getting to as many people as possible.
I'm just trying to visualize what people and with what problems would come to RADA for assistance.
The problems vary. It basically would be anything. Any addiction problem, any post-traumatic stress from rape, from abuse. So it's everything.
What financial partners or sponsors would you like to attract, to bring on board, and what would be in it for them?
It takes a while for RADA to be established. So the type of infrastructure that we put in place, it needs to be strong and it needs to be long-lasting. Once we go into a region, we intend to stay there for a while. So the partners we're looking for are partners that have the same vision as RADA, that are strong, that give good service delivery, that are professional. What they would achieve by being part of RADA, besides a sense of humanity, understand I'm taking the emotional angle now, it's a chance to be part of a movement that actually does good for humanity. If you look at RADA's ethos, you'll see the pictures are taken from the nose down, the colour is blue. It has no reference to race or gender. What they will get out of it is a chance to be part of a movement that will do a great good for humanity.
How will you go about marketing RADA and its services?
At the moment, we've developed a RADA CD. We have 19 artists that have given their time and their music to get the word out. We believe that music is a good medium that crosses all boundaries, cliche, but we believe that everybody identifies with a good song. So we're using the RADA CD as a way to get the word out. Marketing through Twitter, Facebook, the normal standard things.
Most drug rehab centres don't have a great success rate. How will RADA improve on that?
TDC has been operating for a long time. The processes have been proven that success rate is high.
So will you have specialised counsellors and teachers at the centre?
We will have. We'll have senior social workers, nurses, professional nurses on site, psychologists, medical doctors.
Physically, where do you see treatment centres being built?
I would look at the geographical area and determine what is needed in which area. So I understand that we've painted the picture that RADA is a one-stop shop, that you can go there and get certain treatments, but maybe that treatment might not be needed in a certain region. It might be more akin to drug and abuse than to rape. So we'll look at the geographic areas and determine what area needs what facility. But the plan is to have facilities throughout the country.
With the scale of these problems in South Africa, do you really think that you can make a difference?
Yes, we can, for sure. I understand that the problem is vast, but that's why we've started RADA on the scale that we have. We're looking at a holistic intervention. The way we're approaching it is we're looking at the source of the problem from the proactive side, and we've got a very strong reactive side in our healing processes. So I believe if where the proactive and the reactive side work together, on a large scale, we will be able to bridge the gap very quickly.
It just seems that a lot of the focus of RADA is on self-development, self-awareness.
Yes, that's true. I mean, it starts with yourself. You know, RADA is an acronym for rape, alcohol, drug abuse. And if you look at the R is specifically relating to respect for self and respect for others. If you have respect for yourself, you're responsible to yourself, you'll think twice before taking the drug or abusing your body in any manner. If you respect others and have self-responsibility towards others, you'll think twice before you hurt that person. And hopefully that ethos and that way of life will curb the rape, alcohol, drug abuse issues we have in the country.
JP, many challenges ahead. I think we all realise that, but we sincerely hope and trust that you are going to make a big difference. Thank you very much.
Thank you.